With your latest ESPN headline, I'm Jorge Andres. VCU women's volleyball coach James Finley fired November 19th, and he is saying that it is because of his sexual orientation and not the performance of the team. We reached out to the university, but the university is saying that they cannot comment on personal matters. However, athletic director Ed McLaughlin saying the following, releasing the following statement, quote, "A core value of Virginia Commonwealth University, and one that I personally share, is diversity. I came to VCU because of how the university embraces diversity and inclusive excellence and fosters a community where differences are valued and respected. It is unfortunate that Mr. Finley feels the decision not to renew his contract was based on anything other than previously stated concerns about the volleyball program. As I said earlier this month, the VCU volleyball program needs new leadership if it is to achieve athletic and academic success at an elite level nationally. I am confident about the path ahead and the upcoming search for a new head coach." Now, Coach Finley joining us here on Headlines. Coach, talk to us a little bit about the situation here and how you are saying that the dismissal was not because of the performance, but rather of your sexual orientation.
Well, I don't know of any time when a coach that has 25 wins in a year is fired because of his performance. We also were challenged a couple of years ago to increase our APR, and we had a 953 the year before, and this past year we had 1,000 on our APR. The GPA for the athletic department is a 3.0, and the volleyball team is always greater than that. So performance-wise, we've done everything that we're supposed to. We moved into the A10 this year. We were picked to finish sixth. We finished third, lost in the semifinal. We had the highest winning percentage that the volleyball program's had in at least 22 years. We had a phenomenal year, and to be called in after being avoided for a whole semester was pretty shocking to lose my job.
Now, a 25-6 record and falling in the semifinals. Now, however, you mentioned that academic progress rate, the national average being a 980, when the volleyball teams 2010 and 2011 was at a 932. Now, do you think these numbers, and because they haven't raised, haven't gone up in the last few years, had anything to do with the specific dismissal?
Well, if that's the case, I haven't been told that. We were asked to raise the APR 2 years ago by former athletic director Norwood Teague, and we increased our year to 953, and then this past year 1,000. So it's a 4-year rolling average, and we're on track to do 1,000 again this year, which would bring our average up well over 950. So we're making the progress that we were asked to make.
Now, Coach, can you remember or recall any specific situation from either athletic director Ed McLaughlin or anybody in his staff that perhaps made you feel uncomfortable or made you feel that the reason they were letting you go was because of your sexual orientation?
Well, I think the thing that started the whole thought process is that since Ed has been at VCU, he's never asked to have a meeting with me. He's never come by my office to talk with me. We would take our team to watch a men's or women's soccer game or field hockey game, and he would be down on the bench with the team. He'd be participating with the team and the coaches and celebrating with them. He was engaging in them, and my coaches and my players both would continually ask throughout the semester, how come he doesn't participate in our team? How come he's never came and met us? So that was kind of the beginning process. And then the second thing that happened is in early October, he took away the senior women's administrator title from the only other out gay person in our athletic department, and that was shortly after he had met her partner. And so we went through that, and then it was a continuation through the whole semester of me having no personal contact with him, and those kind of things of just being kind of shunned by him the whole semester.
Were there any occurrences where any student athletes on your teams who either felt uncomfortable by his actions throughout any of the seasons?
Well, just like I'm saying, just the isolation. He completely isolated himself from our program and from my staff and my players. The only time that he was present was at our senior night on November the 8th. And he came for the awards part. Then we finished our warm-ups, and by the time the match started, he was already gone. And that was the night that I got my 150th win as a VCU head coach. And I never received a call, an email, never a congratulations, nothing, to say, hey, good job, we appreciate it. And I actually did an interview with our sports information people about an article to go up on the website for that, and it was never put up.
Was it ever clear to Ed McLaughlin or anybody in his staff that your sexual orientation was gay?
Always. I've always been out. My husband and I and our 3 boys, we've always been invited as a family. John and I have always been invited as a couple to all athletic events, to all things at the university. I've never, ever hidden my sexuality since I've been in Richmond, Virginia for 8 years. One of my comments, if the past AD was here and I had gotten let go, I would have never, ever had this thought, because the environment in which that we worked in before was very open and very accepting.
Now, what is the message you leave for gay student athletes and perhaps any gay coaches out there in the nation that are keeping a close eye on this case?
Well, what I think is that I'm optimistic that the university and the university president will stand behind their statement of diversity and anti-discrimination, because one of the things is that I believe that I had to make a stand because we have a lot of gay and lesbian student athletes, and for whether you're a coach or just an employee out there, you deserve the right to be judged on your performance, not on by who you love. And therefore I have to stand up, and I can't be quiet on this issue.
Our former women's volleyball coach for VCU, James Finley, joining us here on Headlines. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you, Jorge. I appreciate you having me.
And with the latest ESPN headline, I am Jorge Andres. Remember, for up-to-the-minute sports news, make sure you keep it locked here on ESPN.com.